Good evening and Ramadan Kareem, everyone. I want to start off by doing the most important thing, which is expressing thanks. For me, my father and mother are to be thanked deeply for raising me to be the person that I'm proud to be today, and for supporting me even through my toughest times. I want to thank my close friends who know who they are, for teaching me to always strive to be better than who I was yesterday, because as you guys know, I am one of the dumbest smart people out there. I want to thank the teachers, Mr. LeBlanc for teaching me how to laugh. I want to thank Ms. Crockett and Ms. Jalemter for helping me rewrite this speech and making me a better public speaker, even after rejecting me from the debate team twice. And of course, Mr. Berg, for helping me realize my true potential from the very beginning. By the way, Mr. LeBlanc asked me to make the speech longer than 5 minutes so that you can sit out in the sun for longer. But no, I would never do that to you, mostly because Ms. Isley would kill me if this thing goes over 5 minutes. Now, just as I have many people to thank, I'm sure everyone on this stage does as well. So on behalf of the class, I want to say thank you to the students, the friends, the teachers, the parents, who all helped us get to the point where we are in today. Now, during these few days between the end of exams and the beginning of graduation, there's been a lot of time to reflect on the past 4 years of work. And what I've suddenly realized was that what added a lot of meaning to the achievements I attained, or the accomplishments I had, or the lessons I learned, was really the experiences that came with it, the smaller interactions, the stories. And that made me realize, calculus, we won't necessarily remember that when the region R has rectangular cross sections, its formula will be the integral from b to a of f of x minus g of x squared dx. Don't forget that because you'll get 0 points if you do. We'll remember walking out of a test and forgetting that we didn't change our calculator from degree to radian mode. Or our teacher coming in after class, grading our test, and just saying, answer the question. Answer the question. In AP World History, we won't necessarily remember how to write a 5-paragraph essay on how the Columbian Exchange affected world trade from the 15th to 16th century. We will remember how to properly bake, as our AP History teacher taught us to bake during our presentations. Stories, those are what are going to be remembered. AP Biology class may be most notable by the fact that one student, which was me, took a half-filled beaker of water and poured this entire bag of rice in when he wanted to make rice water, because he didn't know how to measure, while every other student in the class laughed instead of helped him. You people know who you are. Physics. We'll remember how we put our hands on those Tesla coils and suddenly felt like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Or Mr. Isley, teaching us supply and demand and always tying it back to his hilarious and always interesting stories. And then Sharon McCage came in and really helped us apply the laws of supply and demand and its relationship to price in the process. Or how Mr. LeBlanc's tissue that had a smiley face made out of acid taught us about lab safety, and how AP Chemistry and Chemistry can be awesome when you're not doing acid-base equilibrium calculations. All the AP Chem students can back me up on that. So stories, those are what add meaning to the concepts we learn, to the achievements we attain. And that's because ultimately, they're going to be what are remembered down the line. Valedictorian, although very honorable, is nothing more than a title in and of itself for me. But tied with the story that comes with it, there's a reason why it becomes such an honor for me. I started off as more of a troubled kid who struggled in school and always had conferences with his teachers because he didn't do well. And through the stories I attained, grew to teach myself to be more optimistic and perseverant through thick and thin always. So, when you look back at the moments, the angry ones, the sad ones, the happy ones, the funny ones, the joyous ones, remember that they all have a story that came with them. And they all did one thing: make you better than who you were yesterday. So know how to tell them, because if you do, it will help you immensely with your success in the future. So, with that, to the class, I say, get out, do your thing, and make sure to tell a story. I promise it will not fail you. Thank you.